I'm sitting here with our CGO, Chief Growth Officer. We never had one before. So, Jeremie,
Congratulations. Yes.
can you help us just explain to me and the world what is a growth officer sort of doing in a company?
Yeah, I think good question. I think the focus is on figuring out what markets we will enter, how we will enter those markets. It's much more the marketing strategy side of things as opposed to the sort of hardcore sales side of things.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
What did you see in India? Is that a market we should continue with, or is the growth manager saying keep out of that and rather go somewhere else?
No, absolutely. I mean, it's anything you do in India is huge, even if it's sort of a very niched segment. So definitely India is a good option. I think there's a lot of opportunities there, both with the offline part of the business, with a bubble, and also with Flipit. So I think there's a lot of cool opportunities in a number of different segments, but we're very focused right now on the payment space.
Jeremie, sort of just who are you and how? Yeah, you forced me to do some Zumba. I'll never forget that at some big events. But apart from that, who are you?
I have a background working with startups, so working at startups in sort of a business development kind of capacity, but spent the past few years building an accelerator program and also a startup organization, working with dozens of startups across a number of industries, with everything from recruiting senior executives to raising venture capital. So I have quite a broad experience working with high-tech growth companies.
Do you think that broad experience, seeing many growth companies, is actually really an asset that you have? You come across many different strategies, so you're quite adaptable to what will work best, really.
Yeah, you see a lot of seeing the same mistakes made over and over again. So you have a pretty good idea of what to avoid. And one of those things is people not being focused. So people thinking that they're Amazon and they can do books and payments and all of those things. But I think it's important for startups to realize that they're not there yet. So they need to really focus on one segment, win that segment, and then they can sort of grow into and be more broad.
Yeah. And I know you, we met sort of, it was just a month ago or something, and I know you had a choice, I appreciate that you had a choice, but you choose Crunchfish because this was an interview when you came to India, just as much you interviewing us. So why did you land here? Why didn't you choose to go be a CEO somewhere else or whatever you had?
So yeah, we met. Well, we've known each other for many years, but we ran into each other about 5 weeks ago, perhaps. And you were talking about what was happening with Crunchfish and how it had evolved over the years that we've known each other. And you talked about going to India, and I thought it would be going to India with you would be a good way for us to sort of get to know each other in the business context, and also for me to see for myself what was happening in India and what we might be able to do there. So going to India validated two things for me. One was working with you and Paul would be fun and doable, and the other is that there was actually a market for our technology.
And what do you, as Mr. Growth in our company, what kind of growth do you see?
Global
going forward?
World domination.
World domination?
I think right now we're really focused on India and Sweden. So India is sort of the fastest growing mobile payments space or real-time payment space, and sort of Sweden being ahead of the game on that as well. So I think they're two really good markets to focus on and to win. But I think there's a lot of opportunities with some of the, hopefully, deals that we have in India that will help us sort of go global as a next step, rather than sort of go country by country.
Yeah. No, but I'm really happy to have you on board. I think it's been a great sort of, it's just been a few weeks, but so welcome on board. And I think we need a growth officer here in Crunchfish. We never had one, and now we have one. So I think that's yeah, it will sort of bring us some good growth. I think so.
Yeah, actually, the thing that really closed the deal for me was that now I get a personal chauffeur every day to and from work.
And that's me.
And that's you.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
that's a good
that's
benefit.
good. Yeah,
I
have many hats.
I don't get taxed on that.
Yeah, well, it might come an invoice at the end of the year. Yeah, no, that's good.
Great.
So welcome here.
Thank you.